Hey everybody, I know that a number of you have read reports or watched videos that explain that Russia, for the first time, used a hydrogen missile against a target in Ukraine. As I understand it, such a hydrogen missile could reach London in 5 minutes. It's time for us to start thinking the unthinkable, because if Vladimir Putin is going to take that kind of action against Ukraine, what's next? Because we seem to have the idea that, well, we can economically choke him out of this. But it's quite apparent that he doesn't care. And the news report after news report after news report goes along the lines of, well, at some point he'll stop. And what if he doesn't? We have to start thinking about the unthinkable and doing more than thinking about the unthinkable, doing something about it. Oakland, California needs a comprehensive plan to defend its residents against nuclear war. I contend that that plan should start by helping every homeowner build a bomb shelter in their basement or some part of their house. We should estimate the funding for it on a per home basis and allocate funds for it. You would say, where do we get the money? Well, I keep talking about it. I'll talk about it again. AB 464 allows us to establish enhanced infrastructure financing districts to help businesses recover from the COVID-19 pandemic. We could establish such zones under AB 464 Mullen. Councilmember Shang Tao has a proposal out to eventually create, of the flatlands of Oakland, an entire enhanced infrastructure financing district. We could use part of that money for this kind of plan, but we have to start doing it right now. In fact, we can't do what Oakland typically does, which is take years and years and years to do something. This is something we have to do now, and we have to put a timetable of completion of at least 4 months. We have to test ourselves to do it as if it's an emergency, because it is. It's about time that we stopped with business as usual and paying attention to our little internecine political issues and started thinking about how the world around us is closing in on us and we don't even realize it. When my mom and your parents grew up, they're prepared. They were more prepared to deal with nuclear war than we are today. Do you realize that? We consider ourselves more advanced today than then. No. I grew up, my first 4 years on this earth, being aware of where to duck and cover under a nuclear war warning. We don't even have that. You don't know. A lot of people don't know. But in this case of more advanced materials, lighter weight, lead that can shield us against radiation, at least to a certain level, we have to have a kit. And we have to start with the poorest neighborhoods and work our way up. So even homeless residents, sheds that are made of lead that can absorb or block against radiation. We have to start thinking in terms of undergrounding. And we have to do it in a case where we dig underground. We also protect against sea level rise. So we have a gigantic problem ahead of us. We have the Oakland Hills. Perhaps we should designate some parts of the South Oakland Hills for gigantic shelters that can accommodate 10,000 people or 20,000 people. We have our stadium and we have our arena, the Coliseum. So we have to start thinking about this right now. The Coliseum has an underground area. Its exhibit hall area is enormous. It could be better fortified and designed so that water is pumped out of it. We have to start thinking about this and doing something about this right now. This is not a joke. We can't think of it as a joke. No one else is talking about it. I'm getting the ball rolling. This is not the first time, it's not the only time I'm going to make a video like this. Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark oaklandnewsnow.com. Call your council member. Don't know the direct number? Call 238-3266 and ask for the number of your council member. 510-238-3266. Thanks.